Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, welcome. I'm Bonnie, Old Soul Mermaid, and I'm so glad that you found me. Today's video is brought to you by a viewer request, and I'm going to be looking and comparing all of the affirmational decks by Gabrielle Bernstein. So if that's something you're interested in, please stick around. So I just got the Spirit Junkie in the mail, and it is the newest, latest deck by Gabrielle Bernstein, and she again teamed up with Michelle Ezra to do her artwork. So it is still in the plastic, so I'll need to take this one out. So like I said, a viewer requested a side-by-side comparison video of Gabby's decks, The Universe Has Your Back and the Super Attractor. And I said, you know, I was thinking about ordering the Spirit Junkie. I noticed it's kind of lower in price now that it's been out for a little bit, and so I said, well, I'll do it after I get this one. And while I'm at it, why don't we just look at all of her decks? I also have Gabby's Miracles Now. Now, she teamed up with Michelle Ezra to do these three decks. Michelle Ezra did the artwork with these three decks. And on this deck, Miracles Now, which I believe was her first deck, she teamed up with Shannon Kaiser. All of these are Hay House decks. You will notice that there's going to be a similarity with these three. This one is the outlier, where it has one of those lift top boxes, which I'm not totally a fan of because, you know, you have to store it flat. If you store it like this, the cards start coming out, or you have to put a band around it, or keep it in a bag so that everything doesn't spill out. So not really, I'm just going to tell you right now, not really a fan of this type of a box. See, little square. I like the size of it. I just don't like the lift. There's no, like, if it had a magnetic closure, that would be something else. It would be perfectly fine. But this deck does not have that. So, as far as I can tell, all of these have similar boxes. I have to unwrap this one. But the thumb cutouts and matte. So let me get the plastic off of this one. So I got the plastic off of the Spirit Junkie, and yes, it feels, production-wise, it feels very similar to the Universe Has Your Back and the Super Attractor. So on the back it says, a Spirit Junkie is someone who fully embraces their unique gifts and uses them to be a force for good in the world. When we love and accept ourselves, we shine brightly, and that energy radiates outward, inspiring others to do the same. When we honor our inner light, we light up the world. Okay, so we're gonna take a look and see what's different with these decks. Is the artwork going to change? Is it going to, you know, is one more colorful than the other? I notice that there's not a big difference between these two. There's a lot. Her decks have been criticized, you know, as being, you know, cheesy cheeseburger, and some people don't like affirmational decks, and that's fine. I get it. I'm a person who likes that kind of stuff. I often need a hug deck. I like a positive message because, you know, my mind goes to a lot of dark places for various reasons. So I resonate with things like this, and I found that some people that I've read for also do as well. Great way to open and to close a reading. You know, I would say that probably more people gravitate towards that than don't. Definitely, if you read for other people, these are great to have in your arsenal to help with that, especially if you're getting, you know, kind of a hard reading, you know, and maybe a reading that has some hard truths in it or some things you need to confront. These are great. But yes, I understand that they don't gravitate, you know, a lot of people don't gravitate towards them. But I got this request. I enjoyed these decks, and we're going to take a look. So here are the backs. Now you see that they follow a very similar aesthetic. It's like definitely like there's similarities, but you can see that it's like a series. So this is The Universe Has Your Back. So all the backs have the little, I don't know, circle in the middle is yellow, and then the Super Attractor is pink, and the Spirit Junkie is blue. Now the outlier here again is the Miracles Now, and it does have text behind it. Now these three decks are all the same wonderful matte cardstock, and this one is a glossy cardstock, though it's not like the sticky kind. And I will point out that the Miracles Now has some gilding, some silver gilding on the edges, whereas these three decks have no gilding in them. The three boxes follow a similar design. Thumb cutouts on the side, and you see they all have their own, their own artwork along the sides. And the inside, you get some nice watercolor and a quote. You are a dreamer of your dream, and the universe has your back. And the Super Attractor, it's nice and colorful. Same hard, sturdy box. And here you get, it's good to feel good. Yes, it is. And let's see what's in the Spirit Junkie. This is fun. This reminds me of Mary Elizabeth Evans' deck, the Spirit Speak. She did the Spirit Speak Tarot. This kind of reminds me of her Vessel Oracle. The artwork, it's bright, it's playful. And what do we have? Oh, let's see, on the top and bottom, I am not afraid to shine. So on the bottom of the boxes of the other two decks, she was, there's an advertisement for the app, but this one there is not. So that's a little bit of a difference. Now this is a 52 card deck, and it looks like The Universe Has Your Back is a 52 card deck. And the Super Attractor on the box doesn't say. Oh, yes, it does. It's a 52 card deck as well. So going forward, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do a musical flip through of these three similar decks. So you can just look and see what the differences are. And then after I do this, I'm going to continue the musical flip through. I'm going to quickly flip through this deck separately because it's so different. And you know, it's Gabby Bernstein. It's way different, but you know, I'm going to do all her decks in one video. So meet me on the other side, will you? Well, I hope you enjoyed that quick walkthrough of all of Gabrielle Bernstein's decks. Now, taking this one, her first deck, the Miracles Now deck, out of the mix. Now, this one has 62 cards. The rest have 52 cards. Now, this one's altogether different. She had a different artist, the different box, the glossy cardstock. These are all very, very similar, as you can see. I hope you were able to read the cards. I hope I didn't flip too quickly, that you were able to gauge by the artwork and the messages. You know, honestly, you don't need all of these decks. Unless you are a super fan, unless you use these decks a lot and you just want a variety with the messages. Again, a lot of the cards can be overlapping. So I hope, Stephanie, who requested this video, I hope you got a good feel, because basically the production value in these three are exactly the same. Artwork is very similar, as it has the same artist and the same creator. You know, the aesthetics are the same. So it's basically, you know, maybe one just a hair more resonates with you, or you like the artwork or the color palette a little bit. Very, very similar. You know, I couldn't pick one that I like better. So there's just that. But see, I like these types of decks. I really do. I find that they're a hug. They're almost like a security blanket that I need to break out from time to time. Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody needs that. So it's, you know, it's a personal preference. But if you do like these sort of decks, one would suffice, absolutely, unless you use them a lot and maybe you would like some variety. They are all very, you know, affordably priced, and especially if you choose to get them during a Hay House sale. I think there's probably one coming up this summer where you get 50% off your decks. You know, you might choose to hold off and get all three of them at 50% off, or, you know, what they do. So that might be a good option for you. And if you spend, you know, a certain amount, you get the free shipping too. So these decks aren't going anywhere. But yeah, it's up to you. Now let me know in the comments below which one you resonated with the most. I'm curious to see, because I think they are all very similar, and I don't really have a preference. Though, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I'm less familiar with the Spirit Junkie because it's brand new. I'm going, oh my gosh, this is so cute. But that's only because it's new, you know, and I'm less familiar with it. So let me know in the comments below, even if you're not, you know, a person who gravitates towards these decks, let me know which one, you know, you like the artwork the best. So with that, I will leave you to get on with your beautiful day. Bye for now.